All right. What would I tell a girl getting into the industry? I would tell a girl getting into the industry to take a moment and stop and think about the worst possible person who could find out that you do porn. Just the worst possible one, worst reaction, and assume they're gonna find out. And if you're not okay with that, then don't do it. Because even if you're super careful, it's really, really possible for people that you don't want to find out to find out. So, keep that in mind. I actually say that for both guys and girls. Another piece of information I'd give to girls is don't rush into anything. Pick your agent after talking to a bunch of people. Do your research, put time and effort into it. And I'm really bad at this because that also goes for guys and girls.
Well, then, do you have any specific thing you would tell like a guy thinking about getting into the industry?
Not really. All my advice kind of is gender neutral.
What about
unfortunately.
Okay, here's a better example. What would you tell a guy and a girl about like going to set for the first time? Like, let's say they got the job, and like how to react, because how to act between a guy and a girl is a little bit different.
Okay. How's it different?
It's different. Like a guy, you don't be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, well, I mean, the girl shouldn't be an asshole either, though.
Yeah,
right?
usually a girl her first day on set isn't going to be an asshole. She's usually more scared. Guys usually come in with a lot more cockiness.
Yeah, so this can go for either, but generally speaking, the problems that you'd run into, I would tell a girl, like, don't be nervous. Go in with an understanding of what is expected of you, and do your best possible job. Take it very seriously. Don't just assume because you're pretty that you don't have to put the work in or do uncomfortable positions or, whatever. At the end of the day, you're being hired to perform, and they should tell you up front what that's going to mean. So they should tell you if it's going to be a cream pie or a facial, or if it's going to be a boy-girl or a boy-boy-girl, or if it's if they expect any anal play. Like, they shouldn't surprise you with anything. But some companies, especially when you're a new girl, they'll try to surprise you with things and just be like, oh, well, it's okay if we add this, right? Don't ever say yes. Always say, well, let's call my agent and ask, because I don't know. I'm pretty new. So let's just call my agent and ask. And they'll probably say, like, oh, we don't need to do that. You can make that decision, and you should just say, no, I think I really want to call and ask, and then walk into the other room and call your agent. And if they don't answer, you can always call somebody like me. I will give you the best advice I can. And for guys, what I would tell a guy is don't be arrogant. It's a huge turnoff to be arrogant, at least for me. Go in. Don't be scared of the crew, because they might try to, tease you to kind of break you in. Just be ready for that. Have a thick skin. Practice tuning people out. That'll be good for you in the long run, for sure. Practice politeness, but complimentary politeness. So when the girl shows up set, don't go up to her and start grabbing on her or anything. Go up, introduce yourself like normal person, and if you're excited to work with them today, say you're excited to work with them today. And then whenever it is time for you guys to shoot, go over do's and don'ts. If a guy initiates going over do's and don'ts, it stands out, because usually girls will need to initiate, like, hey, let's go over what we're going to do and what we're not going to do today. So as a guy, if you do that, then you're ahead of the crowd. One of the other things that I would tell guys getting into the industry is be patient. And if you can't be patient, don't do it. Because you're going to have to build up your reputation. You're going to have to build up your, basically your reputation. Because girls have a lot of options when they want to use a guy in their scenes or when they want to work with a guy on set. And a lot of girls won't want to work with a new guy because there's plenty of other guys that are already established in the industry. And there's a lot less turnover for guys. Girls are in and out all the time. There's a shit ton of girls. But guys, when a guy is really solid, a company will use him over and over and over again until he's not solid anymore. So, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Just they'll use guys over and over until they don't work anymore, and they girls come in and out.
Yeah.
So just be
So,
patient.
Yeah, be patient. Okay, because what has happened a lot of the time is if I turn down shooting with a new guy, like if he contacts me directly, he'll get really angry, and what that tells me is that I made the right decision, and it was good for me not to work with him because I've actually even gotten a death threat from a guy that I didn't want to work with because he was new and I hadn't seen any of his work and I didn't know him at all personally. So, don't do that. That's a career ender. Just be patient and put in the work and shoot your own content if you need to and find an agent that believes in you. So, that's it.
Go.